Hey everyone, Will here with my flea market finds for September 4th, 2019. Haven't been doing too many videos lately, just not too much stuff out there to find. This past weekend wasn't too bad. Found a few things to sell, a couple interesting items I think you'll like. But now we're into September and the sales normally pick up pretty good, so now that the kids are back to school, I think there'll be an uptick in yard sales, and should have some pretty decent stuff to show you going forward. I'll show you what I got. I don't know if it'll sell or not, but it's really unusual. It's from a checkout lane at a supermarket. Put this at the register, and a little switch here to turn it on, and a little button here to press, I guess, to flash the light. Really different. Kind of old too. It's porcelain bulb holder in there. I guess they had the lane number hanging on here. Paid $10 for it. It's just so unusual. I don't know. We'll who knows? We'll try a crazy price on it. Put like $100 on it or something. See what happens. Got a bag of yo-yos for $1. We'll just put them all on in one lot. Maybe there's one or two good ones in there. A unusual hatchet, marked Bridgeport Hardware, made in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And this is the matchless. There's the big papa crowing over there. He ran off. Paid $10 for that, but it was just so unusual. I love how they protect the handle by bringing the edges down. Really well made. Another hammer. This I paid $15 for, and I've never seen one like it. I mean, it's so ornate. Got a I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but solid brass. It definitely looks like it's been used a lot. So I don't know what somebody would use a solid brass hammer like this for. It's got this big old hook on the end too. Your guess is as good as mine. But looks really old. I would say 1800s on this. A lot of this stuff was pretty old at this one sale I went to. I got this from the same place. It's what does it say? Time Savers HB Rouse and Company for printers. Patent pending, Chicago. Something to do with laying out printing, I guess. Got myself some primers. I'm not into reloading yet, but I keep saving all my brass and buying reloading stuff when I get a good deal on them. You can see the regular price on these was $24.95. They had 10 a piece on them. I got them both for $16. These both 3 a piece. I got 5 for the pair. Box of blasting caps. Well, empty box of blasting caps. Cool box. Hopefully that top will clean up a little bit. That was $3 on that. The guy gave me a handful of old brass. Not even sure. You can tell it's pretty old. The interesting, alright Big Papa, interesting ones are these. They're rimfire, with the plastic ammo in the tip, I guess for training. So being plastic would date it sometime in the 20th century. Rimfire, guessing it's a 32 caliber. Not quite sure, but some interesting stuff. Bought this huge clamp. Don't know what the dogs are barking at. This thing's huge, really heavy duty. Never seen one quite this big before. Paid $5. It's a Armstrong number 5. Actually, they found a couple of these that sold on eBay for $50. Some nice old gate or door hinges, really well made. Heavy cast iron. Don't think they're super old. Some of the real old ones made by blacksmiths can bring really good money. The more artistic, the better. These were $10 for the 3. I may put them on my. I got a couple places I might use them. A corkscrew. I buy all the corkscrews I can find, especially when they're cheap. $2 on this. So many different variations on a corkscrew, and it's got a built-in. I guess that's a bottle opener too. The padlock is kind of cool. It wasn't cheap. It's $20 because it says B&O Railroad, no key, which is going to hurt it. And eBay gives me a hard time listing railroad padlocks. But we'll see. That could be an expensive lock. Some arrowheads, $4 for 3 of them. Always like my arrowheads. 3 sets of depression glass salt and pepper shakers. They were $25 for the 3 sets. Not quite sure what they'll bring. Depression glass overall is really going down along with all the other glassware. However, salt and pepper shakers are still pretty popular because people will still take these and put them out on their table, use them by themselves. So all in good shape, no chips. So we'll sell these by the set. Oh, there's my favorite set right there. We'll put a black light on them too, see if they glow. You can see that it's got a glow already to it, so that'll help sell them too if they glow under the black light. Love the vase. Wasn't quite sure what it was at first when I saw it, but this is imagine a bulb, flower bulb in the ground, shooting up the leaves, and you take a single flower, and stick it down in there. Pretty cool. So I guess either a tulip or a daffodil will complete that. But cool piece. Don't think it's really too old. You can tell by the Phillips head screws in the bottom. But piece I've never seen before. I may end up keeping that. It's just cool. $3 on the ashtray. We'll have to see what that says. Hopefully it's something good. And a cigar cutter. Snip off the end of your cigars there. That was $5 on that. 5 on the bowl. This was a purchase of my wife's. She has a bunch of holiday wear that's in the shape of leaves, so this will go good with it. Got some jewelry, nothing really over the top. Swank tie clip for $3. Some signed earrings for $3. Sterling and onyx earrings, $5. Little gold-filled freshwater pearl bracelet, $2. The little dog is neat, and it's signed. Can't really make it out right now, but it's a signed piece. He was $5. Like the old Coro piece, it is missing a stone, but we keep a large selection of rhinestones on hand, and I'll just pop one right back in there and make it complete. But vintage pens do well for me. This was only $3. You see the Coro mark there. For some reason, my wife liked this set. It was only $4 for the set. Little pineapples, necklace, brooch, earrings, you name it. This one I wasn't too impressed with the piece. I actually like the box more than the piece. It's from Creed. I have a rosary right now listed in my other store, and it would be nice. That was made by Creed, so I think I'll take this box and put it with that rosary, and should help the listing a little bit. These little sets have done well for me. Cufflinks and tie clip. There's a cufflinks tie clip. Is it a J or is it an L? I guess could, or is that a T? Either way, only $5 for that. Little clip for $2. Look at the size of this fire alarm. I've never seen one this big. That is a monster. Actually got 3 of these. We have them listed already, and you can hook it up to a. The guy told me you could hook it up to a light, but it only works for like 30 seconds. And best of all, it's got the little box in the back here, so you pull the thing down. And that spins around and gives you 30 seconds. Paid, I got 3 of these for $40, and we put them on for $50 a piece. Last couple of things to show you. What I'm hoping they are. I'm hoping they're World War I posters. The guy I bought them from said he got them from a dealer who had all authentic stuff. So I'm always a little leery because I know they've reproduced this stuff a lot. Even from like back in the 1970s, they were reproducing this stuff, which makes it really hard to tell a reproduction from an old one, because you can look and see, all right, the edge is kind of worn, there's some browning. So is that 50 years of wear, or is that 100 years of wear? That's the problem with old reproductions. Love the one over here, the Statue of Liberty with the clouds in the background, and the looks like the American flag. So actually this one, if it turns out to be original, should bring somewhere around $250, $300. I haven't looked up this one yet, but as long as it's original, they should bring really good money. Probably $200 on this one at least. So do a little more. I gotta do a little more research. I don't want to list something that that isn't what I say it is. The originals measure 20 by 30. These measure 20 by 30, so that That doesn't mean that they're original, but it doesn't mean that they're fake either. So, got to do some research. Unfortunately, they've been preserved on this poster board, which I wish it wouldn't have done, but you can see it looks original to me. I'm definitely leaning towards them being original, but I got to make sure before I list them for sale. So it shouldn't take too long, but we'll find out. So there you go. Keep an eye on my store, Terminal 99, which is where most of this stuff will be appearing over the next week. So till next time, that's Will Yard Sale Survivalist, and we'll talk again soon.